she didn't. She was very quiet. In fairness, she was very quiet. Has she had a backlash from anybody else? Like, you know, in a similar situation? Oh, absolutely. She's not short of opinion, is she? But yeah, has she had, I think it's been single, small, this is yeah. I know she's received trolling. Yeah, I know that. But she's also had the support. Not at all, Dr. Green Thumbs, not at all, love. You are always welcome. I know she's been trolled, but she's had a lot of support, isn't she? Yes, she is, Poker. Because of what she was saying. I don't know whether you've seen it. She has, Becky. She has. She says she's big mouth as creator. She doesn't get. Oh, hi, Summer. Hi, Diane. I did see that, and I did see that she says she doesn't care. And to me, the more someone says they don't care, they care. Yeah, same, Poker. I was dealing with it all night. Hi, is it Kim? Hi, thank you for joining. Hi, Laura. Ah, right, okay. Yeah. I don't think I think she underestimated. No, I know. I think she's underestimated the strength of feeling amongst survivors and supporters. Yeah, one and only. I understand. Believe me, I have had to peel myself off the ceiling several times in the last couple of days. Yeah, completely. And I think because, you know, I think she thought she had a bit of a gotcha moment, didn't she, when she was talking to you, Mickey. You know, people should be doing it, you know, reporting it off the app. And I think when you said, I think you're like, Yeah, if we put trigger warnings up, Poker, yeah, definitely. Not supporting Zach either. Ugh. Don't get me started on EQ. Get me started. We just won't. Exactly, Laura. And also, I don't think she I mean, to me, and I don't know whether anybody else took it, she was saying yesterday, if Scouse had said what she said and it was directed at someone and she knew what she said, that's really bad. But she said, sorry, what else should she do? I can think of a few things. I think I saw that bit, Poker. I know that's what you said. And, you know, I think a lot of people have been standing up for Gracie, and rightly so, because if people were coming for her because she was, you know, because Scouse is on her books, then that's not okay. It's not okay. But if you're going to speak on something that's so... if you're going to speak on something that's so emotive, that has triggered so many people, please do your research. Please don't speak, and this is the consequences. And I think to say that, you know, Scouse doesn't owe any of us an apology. That depends on what sort of a human being you are, sorry. And also to say that, in effect, we'd made a choice to be affected. So I did try to explain that being triggered and being offended are very, very different. And I don't know whether she understands the difference. And I'm not trying to say anything nasty. I just don't know whether she understands the difference or has ever experienced it. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You've got to be very careful. And I generally I am very careful. The TikToks that I could have put out over the last few days would have seen me off this app. So I have tried to be extremely careful with what I've said. And can I just say thank you to the wonderful people who've reached out to me. You're all amazing, honestly. And the fact that you've reached out, and you've had some of you who have been Scouse supporters have reached out, and that took guts. I tell you, that took guts. So thank you. I've directed anybody that wants to know to the Observer's YouTube page. I'd also like to point out a couple of people have come back to me and said they're getting messages to say that I am, let's say, talking nastily about some of you. Okay? Yeah, I have. Somebody inboxed me to say, I've had a message to say you've been chatting nastily about me. Please understand that is quite possibly Scouse. If you get a message like that and you're not sure, please inbox me. I don't bite. I'm happy to respond if you want to pull me up on anything I say. You know, every day is a school day. So please do. But yeah, if any of you get messages and it says that I've been bad-mouthing any of you, just let me know. Oh, bless you, Antoinette. I know, but some people, because they don't know me or they've only just come across me, they won't know that I'm not like that. So yeah, if you get any messages like that, and then after you've asked me if you've made the decision that the person who sent a message has lied, screenshot the account and the message, and then just block. Don't engage. It'll just, yeah. It's situation like this brings out all the useful people with a lower IQ than some of us. It does bring those people out the woodwork, unfortunately. And there are always going to be the people that stand up for people that are in the wrong. And it's made me laugh, and somebody actually said this to me today. Mary Motormouth has been on the receiving end of some, awful stuff after one of Scouse's moderators took exception and was triggered by something that Mary had said in the live, which she hadn't actually said. It was taken completely out of context. And Scouse stood up and with chest, I stand by my mod. My mod was triggered. And in the next breath says what she said. But none of us are allowed to be triggered by that. And I love that. Correct me if I'm wrong. If somebody could tell me how I shouldn't be triggered, how not to be triggered by that stuff, please let me know. Let me know. And I'll market it because I'll make a fortune. It's not a choice. It's not a choice. But it's not even double standards, is it? I'm sorry, we call her flip-flop for a reason. There's a reason. Oh, Cece, honestly, it's been... Do you know, if you've got a question, go to the source. Go and ask that person. And then, if you're not sure, go and ask the other side. Just common sense. It's common sense. Yeah, I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying. Just an FYI as well, I'm going to go on to, I don't know whether anybody follows NJ Hosts. He's doing a live tonight about Scouse. He has done one previously. You are kidding me. Oh, honey. Oh, sweetheart. Warning you from posting. Really? Have you screenshot those messages? You can go on the page that sent you those messages and you can copy their URL. Because if you've had any threatening messages, that needs to go in a different direction. Oh, sweetheart, I know. I think that's good. I think that's what is so abhorrent about the whole situation. It's okay not to be okay. I have a safe space. Here are all the mental health line numbers that you can get support from. So if you're going in there, the last thing you expect to be is triggered. The last thing. And that was, that was what I was trying to say. People know what they're getting with CLA, with EQ, with delusive Angie. They know what they're getting. When you claim to be a safe space and you're not, but you are masquerading as one, there's no preparation for that. There's no informed choice with that. You go in and you don't expect what happened. Oh, no worries. No worries. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's not good. I hope you're getting better, darling, and recovering. Right, is this person that was asking for food for their children? This is not the room, Devon, okay? Happy to help you away from this live in terms of support and pointing you in the right direction, but please don't come in here and spam the chat. Yeah, so how is everybody doing? Thank you for blocking. Not interested, honest to God. There are some numpties out there, aren't there? I don't know why I have to keep approving these comments. It's ridiculous. Gains people's trust. It's not a good thing. Hi, Josh C. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Good. Yeah, I mean, the problem with this as well is, thank you, Michelle. The problem with this as well is it's all keeps being regurgitated. Hi, Rachel. It's being, okay, thank you. I'll let you up in just a sec. It's being regurgitated on the FYP. So it's, and because lots of people are speaking about it, and, it's good that people are speaking as long as they're also listening. They also need to be listening. Thank you, Cassandra. And that is really important. Thank you, Michelle. That's really important. You have to have, hi, Vinny. Hi, Shirley. You have to have your listening ears on. It's all well and good talking, but you have to listen. If you're asking a question, listen to the answer. Take it on board. I really appreciate that. For anyone that's just come in, gifts go into a pot. They're not for me. Just so that you know, that freaks me out when you do that, doesn't it? Like, what's going on?
You shit yourself.
I'm like, oh, it's going. Oh my God, I've been banned.
Cracked me up.
Oh.
Do you want me to play this video, Jojo?
Yes, sorry, not laughing now. Carry on.
So this was posted about 7 hours ago. I've got the screen recording of the comments as well, where she's just giggling, but it's the words she's used in these videos. I don't know if this profile picture is supposed to be her. So this is the start of it. Be you, be brave, be bold, never waver, and never allow anyone to use you as a target. You are not weak because you show emotions. It's because you allow others to treat you as such. I mean, and then she's laughing in all the comments with people. There's no remorse from that person. Literally no remorse.
Be brave, be you, be beautiful. Does that not sound like someone else we know? Just saying.
Yeah, well, they were talking, weren't they? So, yeah. Um,
Yeah, and lots of laughing faces in the comments, and she's having a lovely Wednesday. Good for her.
again, speechless.
I'm treating her the way she deserves to be treated. If that makes her feel the word she used, then so be it. Sorry, could not give a toss anymore. Not a toss.
Yeah, do you know what it does for me?
The audacity. I heard her say she's 36, and I just don't believe she's 36. She's acting like a 6-year-old.
She also said she's a size 12, not going to lie.
Oh, please. Wide.
I'm not
as
shaming
me.
her for size, but I'm a size 12.
Yeah. Right. It's bad enough what you said, Scouse. It's bad enough, right? You are just making it worse for all the people you've triggered. Shut up. Just shush.
That's all she had to do was stay quiet for a few days or a week or two or so. I seriously, genuinely, and I will say this for everyone to say, I think she needs some professional help.
Absolutely.
Number one, for the words in her head and the words that come out of her mouth, but her for reaction afterwards. I genuinely believe she needs to see a doctor.
1,000,000%.
And that's not
1,000,000%.
mocking her or belittling her in any way, shape or form.
That's
I think
concern.
the dancing videos, I had concern. Like, she looked a bit like I don't know what's happened to her. I really don't. But she's gone way off the rails, and I definitely think she needs some professional.
I have a difference of opinion. I just think this is her. I think she's trying to be like other people. I'm not going to name names because I think it's a mixture of people. I think she's trying to be big on the app and she doesn't care how she gets there. That's my personal opinion.
I'm convinced she's loving the hate as well, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
It's attention.
I said this on Quirky Cats Live earlier. I don't understand anyone who wants to fire up a live to get hated on. Like, I would never want that.
Weird to me. If I had upset this many people and this many people were talking about me, I wouldn't be on here.
I'd be in hiding.
I would not be on here. I'm not sure I'd ever show my face again, actually.
And all these people going, everyone on this app has done this, everyone on this app has done that.
No.
I have never done or said anything racist, like anything like she said.
No.
Nothing, never said anything disgusting about children, nothing. I've never done, nothing's like that's ever come out of my mouth. In the 5 years I've been on here, and it doesn't in my normal life off here. I'm the same on here as I am.
It doesn't even go through your head.
No. That's why I'm still baffled at the words in your head. Like, how can you have those words in your head?
And to stand there and lie. My kids are nowhere near me when I'm... Don't
Get
lie.
out of the
It's
house, she actually
blatant.
said.
Well,
They're not even in
and
the house.
Gracie and Alicia were quite shocked to hear that you could hear the children, and the Observer was in the comments backing me up.
We're talking about Scouse Slayer, because for those that don't know, and I don't really want to say it again because it's re-traumatizing people, she has used someone's childhood experience against them in a live in the most inappropriate and disgusting manner. And in doing so, she has triggered thousands of us.
Can I just do a bit of education around this as well?
Please.
Child SA, in the eyes of the law, is grape. They cannot consent.
Correct.
That is what she's mocking.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And
I realised that,
that's the other thing
Misty,
I
but
didn't understand in that live last night that Gracie did, how she said how you can twist what she says into child essay. She said the words mummy and daddy. Now, I know there is very small minority of adults that call their parents that, but majority...
generally it's a children's
children.
term. Yeah.
And she was arguing with someone. She knew their story. She knew it involved her uncle, and she directed a comment at her. And if she denies that, it doesn't make sense, because why would you be having an argument with someone that you knew it was their uncle, but yet talking about an uncle which wasn't her uncle? Does that make sense?
Exactly. And those people that are modding for her, I feel sick knowing that there are people like that who think what she's doing is acceptable.
Well, this is why I went in that live earlier. So Alicia was live with Gracie and a couple of TJ and one other, I think there was. Now, I can't remember. I've got really bad brain for. Oh my God, I did a joke.
Brain frog.
Yes. No, I can't remember exactly what was said in the live and exactly what I said in my video after the live, but all of what I'm going to say is in either of the two. So in the live, I remember going in and I said to Gracie, I said, I have no choice with CPTSD of what I went through as a child. I have no choice but to be affected. If I could choose not to be affected, of course I would. I can't do that. I then spoke on the fact that her children were in the background and it can clearly be heard. And as I said, the observer was there in the comments and she agreed with me. And Alicia said, well, I haven't heard this. I didn't realise that had happened. Gracie then said, well, if you think that's... Because in my opinion, talking like that in front of children is abuse.
Yes, it is abuse.
Yes.
Especially when they are extremely young children that don't understand even the basics of what she's talking about. If they go to school and repeat that, there's going to be trouble. So Gracie then said, well, if you think that, why haven't you reported it? And I said, I have. And after that, there was not one word said from Gracie. No. The only thing Gracie said is she didn't... Bearing in mind, Gracie was on live this morning saying pretty much the same thing, but twisting it a little bit.
Dazza's not in the request. I can't send him an invite either. I don't know what's going on.
Hang on. I found him. There he is.
There we go.
Yeah, she said, I didn't mean it in that way. I didn't mean that you survivors shouldn't be triggered. I meant that people like Pearl and Alex shouldn't be getting her in a box and she shouldn't be apologising to them. And I said, but that's not how it come across. So if that wasn't the case, Gracie, you know, you've now affected a hell of a lot more people and I think you should clear that up.
Yeah, and I do believe, like, as much... I was in Pearl's live earlier and as much as I seen Pearl was... Oh, my God, I was agreeing with Pearl and Alicia. I can't be coping with this, agreeing with Pearl and Alicia and Alex this morning. As much as I was agreeing with them, Alex has said terrible stuff. And so has Pearl. So, no, I truly believe she shouldn't be jumping in boxes with people who've done that and apologising.
Absolutely.
Do you know what? As much as I dislike... I don't watch Alicia because I don't like the way she talks to people.
No, I've got it.
I think, and this is going to sound odd, I think she's the biggest troll on TikTok and she will just say whatever she wants. But she was actually talking sense and she was agreeing with me. Whereas Gracie, after she said, well, why didn't you report it? She went stum. Yeah. Absolutely stum. And as we all know, Gracie, she is not one to go quiet. Hence my video that I made on my normal account afterwards.
Yeah. I made a humongous mistake the other day, and I don't know if anyone's seen it, but there is a screen recording, but I'm not on the actual... You can hear my voice. But someone messaged me and said Court Assassin was playing my video. So I went in there to see what was going on, and then I jumped up to say what I had to do. And in the end, I did say, I don't understand any of you on this platform. And I actually said, I don't mean your specific live Court Assassin. I mean the whole of TikTok, why any of you are putting TikTok before children. But I didn't know what she had said. Someone bloody tagged me in a video what she had said about children.
Yeah, she's just as bad as Scouse.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, there's another one that needs...
A bit of housekeeping.
Of course.
Just to let the chat know, I do see you in the wanting to come in the box. If I don't know who you are or I'm wary of it, I will not allow you in based on the subject of the live and what's being discussed. And it's for the protection of everybody, not just the host, not just the guys in the box, but for everybody. And for that, I apologise, but that's how it's going to be.
We say safe space, we mean safe space.
There was a discussion on child safety on the internet the other day, and there was actually a child that was, they were letting people up into the box to discuss it, and there was actually a child that come up and started trolling, let's say. So, yeah, I completely agree, Dazza.
Yeah, well, we had the weirdo in the first night, didn't we? Yeah, we're just very protective.
Dazza is our security.
He is.
Oh, Catherine said it as I said it.
But we are very protective of... I've fired up alive every night this week because I am so concerned about the effect that this has had on people. And a lot of people, not everybody, but they have nowhere to turn and they don't have anyone to talk to, which is why I've done this, so that you've got somewhere to come in and say, I feel awful or I'm struggling, you know, and you know that the people in here, if they haven't been through it, they support you or they totally get it. So that's why I'm doing this. It's for no other reason.
Oh my God,
Oh,
seriously.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Flipping heck.
See, this is what
they don't see.
They don't see the messages in my inbox. The woman
Exactly. They're not listening to the
who don't want to be here. The
crying.
amount of people I've had to talk around and then say, please contact Survivors Trust. This is what they're not seeing. And then to say, you can't be triggered. You can't be this. You can't tell me how not to be triggered, please. It's my big birthday this week and I'm in a bloody mess. I should be like jumping around and all happy that I've finally nearly got to 50, Jesus Christ, because some people are not lucky enough to get to that age. Like, and I'm lucky to get to this age because of things I've tried to do previously. But it's made me feel shit this week.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, oh man.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that was what I was trying to say in my TikTok. Sorry, is that Amanda? My eyes are terrible.
Me too,
Is
Jack.
that we get told to be quiet, you know, or we don't say anything because of how it's been making us feel, or when we do speak out, we don't get believed. So what Gracie did was effectively telling us to shut up, and that was what triggered me. And I will use that word. It triggered me. Hence why it took about 7 goes to do that TikTok, because I had to talk myself down because I was...
See, like what Donna said, I kind of... Right, hear me out. I kind of get it. So, like, if you go into Delusive Angie's live, you know there's a big potential, that you probably will be triggered in there because of whatever. If you come into JoJo's live tonight and you know it's about this discussion, how you can leave the room and say I've been triggered when you know it's about this discussion, I find a bit difficult, okay? But with, as I was saying, with Miss Remy's live, not that she hasn't done anything wrong, but with Scouse's live, I'm not sure if Luke the Judge has as well. All these people with mental health numbers up. You think the host is being very responsible by putting those numbers up, and the host is creating a safe space for you. So to sit, because Gracie said just block them. Well, if you were just in there watching them, thinking it's a safe space because all these numbers are up, and then she just comes out with this with no warning, how can you say you can't be triggered about it? You think you're in a safe live. Like, I don't get it. Like,
You know what?
You can't make an informed choice.
Another thing I said in that live was I don't stand by any form of discrimination, but in my opinion, what Scouse Slayer has done is worse. It involves innocent children.
yes, I don't like comparing things, but she actually said last night that Pearl has done worse, and in my opinion, I don't think it is.
Pearl made some awful comments.
Oh, horrendous.
House was loving every minute of what she said and did, with actions, with sounds, then come on and deflects. I'm not comparing.
Yeah, she dragged Alex through the hill for deservedly, and still did up until a couple of weeks ago, as far as I knew, you know, so, and she drags Pearl over it, she drags Torian out for everything, but you can't drag her out for anything.
Yeah.
And when someone is saying, as a parent, you shouldn't be saying this is not talking about your children. When you say as a parent, this is talking about you as a parent. It's not mentioning your kids.
But what I want people to know as well, please understand that when she spoke and said what she said, Scouse, when she said what Scouse said, she was directing it at somebody who had confided in her privately, horrendous history. And she knew that and used it as a weapon against her. So not only has she triggered a lot of us, but to turn round and say it to somebody who has confided in you.
Yeah.
And then lie to Gracie and say she never knew, and lie on a video and say she never knew, is like, wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she did know. 100% she knew. And
Hi, how are you, babe? Sorry, that's my daughter.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I need people to understand that. It's not just what she said. It was why she said it.
I have let... Is it Kane up? Because he said he was a survivor in the comments. So I thought I'd give him that respect because...
We believe unless we give him reason not to. So, hi, Kane. You're very welcome.
You are muted, Kane. Sorry, there was a lot of background noise.
Right, hang on there. Let me get on the floor.
Exactly, Clara. And that's my point, Margot. It's the helpline numbers. You think you're in a safe space. Like,
sorry, just muting Lelani, bless her.
Where's the empathy then? Where's the human decency then?
I don't want to stay too long because I'm involved in my own TikTok drama and I don't want any of those trolls coming over here to flood that because that's a whole different subject.
They won't.
They won't last long.
So I won't stay long. I just want to say I am a survivor. Mine went on for 9 years as a child from the age of 6.
oh my God.
He did the most dreadful things to me. I don't talk about it. I don't talk about it not because I'm ashamed of what happened. I don't talk about it not because I'm afraid of it or it upsets me or it triggers me. It is like scratching off an old wound sometimes when people really delve into the nitty-gritty of what happened. But I don't tend to talk about it because I wanted to move on from it a long time ago and I wanted to find the peace with it. I mean, here, I will tell you, it was 9 years. I ended up having to have 3 operations downstairs to actually repair the damage that my abuser had done to me.
I'm so sorry.
He was arrested. There was, in total, there were 14 charges that were directly against me. There were 7 charges that were directed against my sister and 3 against my baby sister.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And my brother, our abuser was one of those, he gave all of the abuse. My mum got the mental abuse where she was groomed to not to see what was happening. My brother got the physical abuse where he was beaten mercilessly. My sisters, Vicky and my 2 sisters, they got the sexual abuse. And I got the whole kit and caboodle, the mental, physical, sexual. You know, I got all 3. I was the target. I was the main target of his obsession. And when it came out in court, it turned out that he'd done this before to his brother, who resembled me. So it was...
Thank you for sharing that.
It's not something I share very often.
No, I know.
So brave of you, well done.
Yeah, so brave of you.
But I don't want to...
And we are all here.
Emma knows I'm embroiled in a different drama and I don't want the trolls coming here and
yeah, don't worry, they don't last.
Okay, I've seen, love. Don't worry, I've got your back. I am recording and reporting the accounts for you, love, so don't be worrying.
Yeah, don't worry. Please don't worry.
So,
we don't stand for...
You know, anybody making somebody else...
You're all obsessed with triggering people. It's not right. Sorry, Becky?
Calling them a liar.
Becky, bye. This isn't live for you, darling. We don't talk to enablers. Bye.
Okay, we're not
Carry on.
triggering anyone in this room. Can I have some We Love TikTok shop in the chat, please? Can we just have a couple? Just a couple, that's all we need.
I actually heard that draws attention to the live the other day because people were saying it. I don't know how true it is. I don't know.
It's not true. I heard it as well. It's not. It's not true. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you. Only a couple. We needed a couple of times and that's it. But I just want to...
We all my TikTok shop over here.
I know.
I have one, but I don't know how to use it.
You're like me then.
Going well then, Kate.
Well, I've got one. It's there. It's
We're
on
all
my profile.
dreadful over here. Don't worry.
Honestly.
I can tell people I only
47,
learned to copy and paste about 10 years ago, so, you know.
I just
I'm
wanted to
47, I'm somebody's
address a
grandparent.
few things, if that's all right. Number one, when she was doing that live, the response that she gave to that lovely lady was just because that lady had a difference of opinion. I just want people to understand that.
It was nothing, yeah.
Opinion. If you go and read it, you'll actually see what she said, and then you'll see Scouse's response. And then when she's breaking facts, if you want to argue with someone, go over and argue with facts. It was debunked. Because the crying note is fake. She was looking at the numbers in the room. She got all of Pears' numbers in her room as well.
There was 3K in there at one point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, I'm sorry to say it, she's been debunked. She's not genuine in her apology or sincere to anyone. So I don't really care whether people in this chat room think that they are being triggered. Please do us a favour if you all leave.
Can I ask a question quickly? Scouse Cow, and I'm not going to go for you in here, but you've said you're her mod, but you're staying out of this conversation because you don't agree with what's said. What don't you agree with? What we're saying in here or what she said? I don't personally understand how you can mod for someone like that. If you're on about Scouse.
Because you need to leave the room, otherwise I'm afraid. We're not having...
I have no issue with a Scouse mod being in here.
I'd quite like to know what she has to say, to be honest.
But my issue is, if you don't...
Just be respectful.
I was not in her live that day. Have you seen the live anywhere else?
It's on the Observer on YouTube.
Yeah. Can I say respectfully, you need to go and watch it?
Yep.
And bearing in mind she was talking to somebody who had confided in her.
Be wary, please.
No, you need to see the whole thing to get the context. Cal, sorry. Only because
the full lot isn't
it's there in black and white. You know what I mean? It's unedited.
The whole is probably the best.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I've never seen someone... I don't know about you, Dazza, but it's probably an Oscar-winning performance there from Scouse Slayer, do you reckon?
Oh, I tell you what, I couldn't have done it better myself.
Yep.
Do you know what? What really annoys me? She put that up, and I read before she turned the comments off in her 3 posts that she put up immediately after, where she's laughing and joking and double downing on everything that she said and did. I don't think she realised the backlash she got from this.
No.
And to be fair, let's be honest, she's done it to one person or a small group of people, but this time she's affected thousands, absolute thousands. And
I'm sorry, but if you had seen and heard the messages that so many of us have got from the people that have been triggered, you would not be saying that. You would stand against it. I'm sorry, it's
the fact that her
kids... Oh, bless you, sweetheart. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you being like that. I do, honestly. It's not easy when you've supported... So believe us, we know. It's not easy when you've supported somebody and you then find that they're exhibiting behaviour that is completely against what you stand for. It is hard. It's hard to walk away.
Scouse Cal, you'll find there is 3 ex-mods of hers in here that all supported her in the beginning.
Yeah.
We
all supported her in the beginning.
We did.
I
And
would
my story
also,
of
I
its
would
own.
also like to let Scouse Cal know that her mods are being targeted as well.
Yeah.
Because they are supporting her. And as
Yeah.
much as I don't agree with targeting people who didn't say it, if they're in the comments making jokes, making awful agreements with her, just please protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn your message requests off or something, because I don't agree with going after people who never said it, and just because they mod. I mean,
No,
I
I
would
think
never mod
it's
for someone who did something like that, but
it's
that's
the ones who
that's
are
your choice.
agreeing and laughing about it in the comments and stuff. And to be fair, enablers. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Some of us have not had a lot of sleep the last few days.
What people like that need to remember is that every survivor has a different journey.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly that.
There's no two survivors where the story is the same.
And all react different.
And they will all recover differently. They will all have different coping mechanisms of being able to cope with what's happened to them. Like myself, I can't share a bed with people.
Yeah.
I have to sleep alone in my bed. I don't hug people. I don't like unnecessary touching. You know, when I was a parent, to actually physically force myself to hug my own child, that's when you know it's really affected you, and it will affect you for the rest of your life. And I didn't tell my child. I had to sit down with her when she became an adult, and she asked me, she said, all the parents hugged and kissed so much, and I'm like, honey. And I had to sit and explain it to her. And once I explained it to her, and I said, giving you the hugs that I gave you as a child, and I said, was so hard.
Oh.
And she understood now, and she understands now. We're incredibly close, you know. But I had to explain to her that every journey is different. You know, my journey will not be the same as any of yours. The way I coped with it will not be the same as any of yours. And nobody has a right to make somebody feel bad for the journey that they've been on.
Can I just say, I know I don't know many of you. There's a few in here that I do know. But for any of you warriors who have shared parts of your story or even had an opinion, I am so proud of you all. You have, like, for anyone who hasn't been through it, I can say it happened to me. I can't say what. I pulled my family out of the courtroom. That's how much I've never told, well, my ex-husband now. But
I haven't told anybody.
It takes so much to even say it happened to me, and I am so proud of you. Do not let people tell you that you have no voice, because you have. Use it how you wish to, and use it to, you know, raise awareness or whatever else you need to do.
It takes a long time though, babe, doesn't it?
Oh, I was 18 before I said anything. And then...
As was I, yeah.
As soon as I said something, there was 4 other people that stepped out and said, he did it to me too.
Well, I was
Lindsay.
32 before I said anything.
I never said anything. I was out at my brother's, and my mother rooted through my bedroom and found my diary, and it was written in there.
Oh, God.
It was
For
my
me,
sister that
it was
the brave
my stepfather and his son.
Fuck.
You know what? If I hadn't have been... So basically, I said this the other night. It was my ex who said, I'm going to tell your sister. If I hadn't have rung my sister that night, who it also happened
Who still
to,
doesn't know, yeah.
I don't think I ever would have said anything.
It takes a lot though, doesn't it, to fucking...
Hell of a lot.
It does.
And you're all so brave.
It does.
And you're amazing. And I'll tell you what, it's not just, you know, the fact that it's bringing us together, and collectively we can shout loud. We can tell people this is not
but
okay.
It's not fair because they don't listen to us enough.
Oh, they will. They are listening. They are listening.
Listen,
Gracie was listening.
My case has been dropped twice by the CPS.
Oh,
Mine got non-guilty,
I'm
Charlotte.
so sorry.
Charlotte, mine got non-guilty purely because there was...
Hold on, babe. He's still a fucking copper walking the streets.
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly.
If we can do anything.
Unfortunately, I don't share the family thing. I was essayed as a young child by a family friend, but when it comes to blood, that never happened to me. So, but yous never stand with yous, and I always will.
I don't think
I know
it
you
makes
do,
much
honey.
difference. So
By the way,
I
can I
don't.
offer everybody just a little bit of advice, something that happened years later. Now, as we all know, that when somebody is convicted of a sexual crime,
Yeah.
they have, depending on the severity of the crime, they will have to sign the register for a certain number of years.
Yeah.
Now, mine had a life term to sign the register, but there is a loophole in the law that says that if they haven't reoffended or been convicted of reoffending after 10 years, they can apply to have their names removed.
Wow.
But
I've heard that, yeah.
the probation officer will not always contact their victims.
That's right.
You need to be proactive when the 10-year mark comes up and look and go and find the arresting officer or the arresting police station and get put in touch with their probation officer. And you need to say to them that if he ever applies to have his name taken off, I want to be contacted. I had to do it, and I had to then go and give a statement to them that was read out in when he applied to have his name taken off the register as a reason why he should stay on it. And
Can I ask you a
the
question?
statement that I gave was that he gave me a life sentence. So
Yeah.
if I have to live with what he did to me for a lifetime and suffer the consequences of what he did to me for a lifetime, then he should have to suffer the consequences
Absolutely, though.
Yeah.
for a lifetime.
My question is, so mine went on. Well, we weren't even together. It was just a bullying tactic. He's a copper. He's still a copper. He's been arrested multiple times for similar things. I'll be quite honest. I'm not ashamed anymore. I used to be ashamed of saying about it. I mean, I got stabbed twice in the head, and that was not even the worst of it. And the CPS put it out twice. This is my year. He's got to get justice now. I need justice.
I hope you get it, sweetheart.
I doubt I will. But you know,
Mine got non-guilty, and I will say, with good knowledge, it is one of the hardest convictions to get. But
yeah.
my personal opinion, that is why these teams that do this
Yeah.
are so important. I know a lot of people have different opinions. I can't see any bad in what they're doing.
No, absolutely. I mean, I don't know how long you went for it, you guys, but I went for it for 8 years. I hid it from everybody. He was very fucking clever. The marks, and they were never on the part of a body that would be seen. But it's also the mental torture.
My husband, ex, who was my DV,
Yeah.
the cause of my DV,
Yeah.
he was also a policeman.
Yeah, I
They
think
are
he's telling you,
extremely good at hurting you without leaving marks. I know that sounds ridiculous, but they are
No,
very
that's
clever at
ridiculous.
doing that.
Does not sound
They're
ridiculous.
taught. They were taught
Of course.
to put people in restraining holds so that there weren't marks left.
Absolutely.
So you know, I feel you, Charlotte. I do. I really do.
My first husband was like that, always where like the body and things mainly. It was never really where it can be seen. They're very clever.
Very fucking clever.
Very good.
They are.
But I just want to reiterate what I said last night. We all go through that shame. We all suffer with it. That shame, and words are
The
words.
guilt as well, I think.
But the shame is theirs.
Yeah,
Perpetrator is the one that needs the shame.
absolutely.
Yeah, never feel embarrassed. It was never your fault.
It's not.
No.
Our
But
fault.
it made it feel like it was my fault.
Charlotte,
No,
can I
it's not your
ask?
fault.
Could I ask you a
They're the
question?
ones
This is a
who say
question for everybody, actually. Something that I've experienced through my becoming a survivor, and I count myself as a survivor now.
Absolutely.
I always still have this thing where I feel like I'm watching,
Yep.
but I'm not part of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm always watching it through a guest's eyes. Like
That is
what happened to me
PTSD, sweet.
prevents me from being part
And
of the
you
world.
can see a million miles off somebody else going through it.
It's the dissociation.
Yeah, and
part
it
of the
feels like it's a
PTSD.
film you watched a long time ago.
Yeah.
Can I just
It's not
read
you.
out a comment? And I'm not going to mention the name, but I waited until 27 to get my justice. Anyone in the chat, it's never too late. Well done for saying that, and well done to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys, just to do a bit more house, just to reiterate the housekeeping. Look, guys, if you want to come into a box and I don't know who you are, I will not be letting you up. The reason for that is I am very conscious of the topic in which the live is being spoke about and the people within it. So I apologise from me and for the host, but if I don't know who you are and I have an inkling or even a slightest inkling, I will not be letting you up. And for that, I apologise. But that is for the safety of the live and the people in it.
The best thing to do is that, because these lives are going on every night at the moment, is to message one of us and tell us. You don't have to tell us your story, just let us know who you are. Because we have to protect, we have to protect everybody in here, okay? Not just, me and Poker and Mickey and that. We have to protect everyone that's come in this room, all 142 people, and even people watching from the outside. We have to be very, very mindful.
We don't know who they are.
Amanda, that is a form of justice in itself. Mine is also dead. He got not guilty. Obviously, like I said, it's a really hard thing to prove, but that's the best option, is that they're off this planet and they're not going to hurt anyone else.
Yeah, but my thing with that is he already hurts everyone else.
Being a survivor and finding a way through is also justice.
Yes. That's
the biggest justice you can get is to find a way through, and it is hard. It's very hard.
I can just say one thing. I always thought it was my fault.
No, never.
Yeah. Always thought it was my fault.
Never.
I never could say anything to my family or anything like that.
Charlotte, sweetheart, you was a child. You was a child.
Well,
it was not your fault.
I was 20, what? 20,
Thank you, Auntie.
right? I moved into my place in 2005, so I was 21, and he was a neighbour. I didn't know he was a copper. I didn't know nothing.
Okay,
And
he still took advantage in a way that he shouldn't have.
He's still a copper as well. And he'd been arrested twice before, like in the time that I knew him, for
Okay, Nadine, Angie, thank you so much.
his partner. We were never together, but it crossed that line, and he did. I can't say the word on here, but you can imagine what I'm saying, the R word, multiple times.
Yeah, that's why. That's why we were saying it to begin with. That's why, you're saying about a position of trust. As a creator, you have a responsibility. I know what's been said is we're not responsible for other people's triggers and all the rest of it. Yes, we are. I'm sorry. Yes, we are. Okay. Yeah, as a creator on here, I am very, very mindful of my words because they have a lot of power. So, and I'm a person behind a screen, and people can form attachments to you. So you do have a responsibility. And if you are in a position like that, and it is of power, let's not, it's a position of power, and you abuse that power and you abuse that trust, it's so much worse for the victim. It's so much, and that's why when Scouse said she's a safe space and she's proved she's not, it has so many more ramifications.
I only watched that, I only seen that today, and I was absolutely disgusted.
Can I just make a point? Jim Bunny, I saw a comment that you made that we need to see it from another angle. What do you mean by that? I really hope you're not trying to say what I think you're trying to say.
I think
There is no other angle.
Well, what is
There is no other angle.
Something someone
Sorry.
said in the box. I don't know. I don't know what Jim Bunny's trying to say. I don't know Jim Bunny. So, but as Daz has said, we won't be letting people up that we don't know.
There is no other angle, though, is there?
Exactly, Scouse Cal. Yeah. No, there is no other angle. I'm sorry. Words are very powerful. Words can destroy a person. They absolutely can.
100%.
Over a longer period of time. It's,
Yeah.
you know, death by 1,000 cuts. It's awful.
Yeah.
You have to be so careful. And I don't understand creators that say, it's not my responsibility if you've got an issue. Yes, it is.
Yes,
I think
don't talk about it, innit? It's quite standard.
Exactly.
I think the other thing is where's the empathy gone? Where's the compassion gone?
There isn't.
Where's the humanist element gone? That these words and these phrases and these are so flippantly used.
Auntie Di.
People don't care anymore.
Thank you, sweetheart. You don't have to give me, though.
People don't care, Dazzle, anymore.
No, Jim Bunny.
Wrong. We care.
No, I don't know. I'm not sorry. I didn't.
But
mean
generally
I'm
speaking,
talking about
absolutely.
generally, yes.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Hi, Moths. How are you? Hope you had a good day. But to find a live that, die. Oh, lovely. To find a live that you can come into and be supported is so rare.
Can I just tell you one thing? You'll be absolutely disgusted at this. It was last week. I went into a live and they were talking about similar things as we are now. And somebody they let in a live and it straight away aimed at me and they said that I deserved what I got.
No, nobody should ever say that to you.
No,
and if anybody ever says that to you, don't ever listen to it because you did not deserve what happened to you.
One.
And and I know you say, I'm going to say that, but here's the thing, sweetheart. When somebody comes to you and says that, because I've had that said to me.
Yeah.
I've had that said to me, and it digs inside your brain, and it's like a little worm that digs around inside your brain, and it's horrible.
It's vile.
It's a horrible thing for anybody to say.
I've had it said to me by family members, and I'm like, what? Really? Okay.
Jim Bunny,
Honey, I'm going live every night this week.
I'm the one that's muted you because you're spamming the chat. You're desperate to get up. I find it very strange, and I'm protecting everybody in this app. I do apologise. If you want to come into the chat tomorrow night, speak to Jojo offline in a DM, say what you want to say, and then come in to the live tomorrow night.
As I've just said to you in the comments.
We have to be so careful. We have to.
My lovely,
we're taking care of people here, okay? We're looking out for people.
I just want to say now the gifts. I've got to go because Tinch is in a bit of distress, so I've got to go and sort him out.
All right, go. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go as well, only because if anyone's following NJ Hosts, he's doing a live tonight about Scouse at 9:30, and I've asked to go in one of the boxes so that I can pretty much say what I'm saying already, but I just want to get it out there, and I want to try and reach people who are survivors so that they know they've got somewhere that they can come and talk and not be judged.
Go on, my Dodo. I'm 53, Darren. Good night. Oh, love you.
I am 53. Level 53. Thank you.
You don't look 53.
Thank you.
I look 47 when I've not got my filter on when I'm doing my videos. I look 40. I look 47 now. I wake up in the mornings and I don't know whether I should kick me eye bags into the bathroom and try and cover them up, or try and make a feature out of them as a raffia.
All right. Well, everybody take care. I will be back tomorrow night, 8:00, for anybody that needs our help. Okay. Everybody look after yourselves, please.